then Tjwc becomes silly.
Right, you don't get the understanding from what you're doing.
You're not developing a pattern, you're not developing a way of learning, you're not developing an understanding or any sort of knowledge. All you're doing is you're blindly hitting out when there's not necessarily a gap. Because again, we've got to understand the distance that we're doing things at. In this sort of range, hitting that way, anybody can hit anybody really.
Yeah, you're both in that kind of status.
So when we're both in this range, it's all about anybody, we both can hit each other. If we're at this distance, then it's different.
Yeah.
Because you've got to move the body in. So the body's got to drop your arms. Your body's got to move in before I can hit you.
That's right. Got to come into the range.
And the body is the slowest one to move. And so as soon as you see my body coming in, you know to do whatever. So again, so in Tjwc, when we're doing close Tjwc, in this sort of way, you've got to understand that these techniques are not really techniques.
You can close enough to contact.
That's it. I mean, it's a reaction thing. It's the back down. You know, when you do the pack. So you go pack. So you'll take on from that. So you've got a hand there, and you pack, right? Yeah. So you go pack. That's the type of thing that your brain's got to recognise something, send the signal out for your arm to react.
Rather than
that's it. Rather, so when you're talking about this range from here, you're talking about it's two. If you're doing it with somebody who's got fast hands, haven't got a chance.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though from this position, if you hit, I mean, okay, I'm going then actually sort of sense something to a certain extent.
Get some feeling on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's because I've got a lot more experience than you, so I can do it with you, but you can't do it with me. If we're doing it in Tjwc, then you would be able to do it, because that's just me concentrating on that. That requires me really to focus in specifically onto that, and then to feel that slight change in the arm. Okay, you can work towards that, and then Tjwc, you have to do it with certain people.
Yeah.
Makes it
sound. See what it means from a close distance.
But it's not
to feel because they've got fast hands.
That's it. But it's not. It would be detrimental to your Tjwc if you were starting to do this all the time. If you were starting to do this,
ready to contact each other.
Yeah, and it becomes a tit for tat.
If you had speed, it'd just be tapping each other because you're in the range.
Yes. And you wouldn't be actually looking to cover
more from distance.
Your centre lines and your changes and your alignments of your shoulder, whatever. So it's taken one of the concepts, one of the main principles of Wing Chun, and bringing it into reality as well, and using it that way. It's something that it makes a lot of sense to understand that, but you have to develop.
You have to have the knowledge and understanding to use it.
Yeah, it's not allowing it to rule your lives. I mean, this is the whole thing about it. The techniques shouldn't do that. They don't rule your life. The principles and the concepts of Wing Chun don't dictate to you what you must do and what you must say. They give you ideas about what you should be doing.
Yeah.
And it's that sort of build-up of things that you sort of through the principles. It's getting the right. It's allowing the knowledge to build from the principles. It's the important aspect, rather than the principles ruling your life or leading you blindly along a path.
You don't stick to those principles. You search.
Yeah.
What makes sense is.
I mean, that's it. I mean, but by doing that, you do stick to the principles. The principles are the main line, but they're not. To say it's they're a thin line to give you the direction for you to search.
They guide you.
And understand. Yes, they guide you more than anything else. Right. So what you look at, so when you're actually looking at the pull aspects, we've got the arms here.
You want to come on this side?
That's it. Because be able to see this side of thing. The whole point is that what am I doing when I pull? Right? So I've got looking at the component parts. I mean, that's always like trying to drag it out a bit. Basically, I've got here, it's my muscles here.
Yeah.
Pulling. So I've got the muscles here, there's a pull. No arm from the other side is I've got a turn.
Yeah.
So I can turn and I can pull. So these are the two areas using the muscles of my body can apply
a pulling or a turning.
Pulling or a turning energy and a turning momentum. This is what we're actually creating in this. So we're talking about, so when I do turn and pull at the same time. Now what I'm starting to do is to bring the third one in, because that's what is the actual drop.
Yeah.
Because from here, all I'm doing is, if I hold off and just drop,
Yeah.
again, it's you having to support me. Well, I've got weight, I'm about 12 stone at the minute. It's just pulling you down.
Yeah.
So if I link the energies that I can build up with me muscles, so the turning and the pulling in my arms and my stance,
Them two and
then linking it with the drop,
Oh yeah.
we're then now creating an energy. Now that's got nothing to do, I could do that
On the left foot and without relying upon the front leg.
no, that's it. So what do I need to create it? Now this one is just actually just with the arms. This one is just dropping. If I want to do a turning action, I need something to work off. So on my foot, therefore, from here I can't turn very well this way. I haven't got the structure to then actually use muscles or whatever I'm from. But here, if I'm here, I've only got this sort of twist
like
here.
a cylinder rather than
That's
a triangle.
I haven't got the actual sort of the hip turn. So again, we're looking down through structures about where we can start getting energy from. As I say, it doesn't come from nowhere.
No, it's got to come from somewhere.
It's got to come from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cheap.
No.
It's just an understanding of your structure, of how your muscles and things work together. So when you're actually coming in, this idea of punch comes out of my mind. This idea of stamping.
Yeah.
The stamping is pointless.
Mm-hmm.
It serves no purpose. Because if my arm's out, I can do all this and leave this foot up.
You can use the foot as well.
I can even use it for these different things, yes, I mean, so then it becomes available. But the whole point about it is me landing, all it's showing is, if I land heavy, it's just an indication of how fast my weight's dropping. If I just land with a straight leg, then what I can then do by stamping, all I do is just exaggerate that. It makes no difference. All I'm doing is, because all I'm doing when I stamp is
just dropping your weight.
is just firing up in that direction.
Yeah.
I'm actually not dropping. By stamping, I'm just basically, that's why you don't hear my feet land. Because it serves no purpose. Gary stamps around all over the place. There's no point. It serves no purpose. If somebody comes in, I move. You don't hear me sort of going. I don't move around that way, it serves no purpose. I move to a position and I move off it. I use my energy efficiently. If I'm stamping around on the floor, I'm not using my energy efficiently. I'm doing something that serves.
But you're using the energy there. When you have stamped, you can't use your foot.
Well, when you land on the floor heavy, it just means you're using your muscles to lift to maintain your height, your body weight.
For no reason at all. You could do it light-footed.
So you go up this way.
You can do it light-footed and be...
Yes, okay, you can just support the weight. So all I do is, by landing lightly, by landing using the energy that's necessary to support my body weight, also it means when you land that way, you're not damaging the joints. Because again, there's no energy being produced. When you stamp, if you're stamping all the time, you're stressing on joints.
And then you will also get the habit of leaning over.
There's lots of different there's lots of downsides of it, because again, but it's this idea of, oh yeah, I get lots of energy when I stamp on the floor. Stamp on the floor. So it becomes an exaggerated motion that then you become fixed up with. So you think of where you're getting your energy from. You're getting your energy from stamping on the floor.
Stamping.
Yeah, but it's not. It's your arms, it's your body weight dropping which allows you. See, because there's no muscles, it doesn't make any difference, right? It doesn't make any difference how big the muscles are on my legs. It's not going to make me drop any faster. It's not going to make me heavier.
It's just your drop. It's your movement of dropping, not the size of the muscles.
It's the speed I can get that me to start falling. Because if I lift, like,